Righty, Dr. Delica here again. I've just got a problem with them ice sliding door rollers. It was mainly this one, so I've actually removed it. So there's two bolts on the inside there, on the inside of the door, and you just roll it all the way to the end and it'll come out. And what you can see is there's two nylon bushes that go on there. I've taken them off, and then on this pin here, which is a part of the roller assembly, on this pin there's usually a bearing. My bearing totally disintegrated, so what I did was I ground off here with the grinder all the way to the tip, to the inner race of the bearing, and then knocked it off with a hammer, and then just went to a bearing shop and got a 7mm ID, 19mm OD, because I found a little bit of the outer casing, and it measured to be 19mm outside diameter with a 7mm inside diameter. That's the best stuff to keep your Delica together as well. Super glue. And now chuck this on here. I'm just going to chuck this bearing on, knock it on, and then get a pin punch and widen the pin so the bearing's never going to come off, and voila, it'll be fixed. I'll show you once it's installed. Bada bing. Alrighty. So when you grind it off, don't grind it off too much, because I ground it a little bit too far, I would imagine. But it's still sitting on 90% of the shaft. And then get the center pop, and I had to hammer this bearing on, obviously from the center race, so it's quite a tight fit anyway. And then I just got the pin punch to enlarge in that pin just a little bit, to push a little bit more pressure onto it. And if you really wanted to be super safe, you could drill it and tap it and put a bolt in with a little washer, but I'm not doing that. So that's how to repair your rollers. $2 this bearing was, by the way. And the genuine Mitsubishi part of this whole thing, which you don't need the whole thing, you only need the bearing, maybe those little bushes, but mine are okay. $270. So no thanks. So that's all fixed. I'm going to install it now, and then I'll show you it working. Okay, I got it in with a little bit of wiggling. If you can see the track, the end of the track there, the end of the track's there. It came out quite easily because the bearing was no good. See my new bearing? Bada bing. Pretty sexy. And those guides are there as well. I'll have to get the light up there. See the guides there. So that's it. It's all installed onto the track. Now I just put my bolts in to the door, and it should be apples. I'll show you it working once it's done. But yeah, I just had to, it was a little bit tricky, but a little bit of a little bit of a force movement, and it went in. Didn't want to have to take this off because I've got a goddamn oven in the way, so I didn't want to have to remove that, and an on-demand gas hot water heater, so didn't want to move that. I've also got a gas bottle mounted outside the vehicle. I'll show you a different video on that. Anyway, yeah. Okay, now I've mounted it. Again, just two bolts on the inside. Am I doing it right? Yeah, just two bolts on the inside. It's all mounted, and it's at the end of it, and there we go. Check it out. Oh yeah, Delica turbo. So it's pretty simple, and with the that's broken. With the upper roller, as you can see, the upper roller, I haven't replaced that, but you can see it's pretty manky, so I probably will, and I'll do another video on that one. That's going to be pretty simple, I think. And the lower one is quite similar to the center rear one, and if I can get the camera there, you might be able to see the roller, I think. It's 24mm OD, I think. Something like that. It's bigger than 19mm. So that's quite easy to remove. That's again just one bolt here, and then that can remove and you can pull it out. I'm not putting the camera, just one bolt, this one, and then you can pull it out and remove it, unbolt it from here, and then chuck it in a vise, grind it off and put a new bearing on. So I'll probably do that a little bit later because New Year's Eve is coming and I'm going to a doof. It's going to be fun. So there's my door. It closes again. Oh, mad. Alright, have fun. May the booze be with you.